Hi. So, many of you in my life have told me I'm too quiet, but a lot of you have never really bothered to make a conversation with me. And yes, you do have to pull the words out of my mouth because that's how my brain works. Like, I have a neurological disorder, I have a personality disorder. There are several barriers for me which don't allow for normal neurotypical communication. Yet some people just stubbornly sit there and go, well, you can just talk to me. Which, fine, if that's the way you want to be, good. So I bought these cards. They're called icebreaker cards. Basically, you can take them to like parties or, when you have a new work team or something and you get together and you try to build stronger connections. Well, I'm going to be asking and answering these questions. Just, let's just see how it goes. So the first one, I don't know if it's going to come out the right way because in my view it is backwards, but it says, looking back, the proudest moment of my life was when, probably going to say actually graduating because I did not think I was ever going to graduate anything beyond year 12. I've had constant struggles with like focus and motivation when it comes to studies, and just thank everyone that was in that course. I had so much help from like peers because there was a lot of group work, which I was never a big fan of. Never been a fan of group work. I just but yeah, so many knowledgeable people in that course, teachers, especially one teacher. I've had it for a few subjects. I don't want to name drop, even though no one watches these, but it's just like she was so encouraging and really helped me just push through and just get through the course. And I just, God, I just really want to thank her. But yeah, just finally getting that diploma and just like, yes, I can do this. And now I'm starting to accept the fact that, it's okay to have help because, a lot of the time as a child growing up, I had to work things out on my own. And I've just always had this idea that I'd always be able to just work things out on my own. And then to suddenly just not be able to cope in my adult times was just really hard to take. Like, it's hard to accept because I considered myself quite intelligent, and not being able to use that in a way just really bothers me because my communication skills are really bad and anxiety is terrible, and I'm working on those things, which luckily I have no obligations to work at the moment. So this pandemic is actually a bit of a blessing, so I can work on my confidence. I can work on not being so jumpy every time there's an unknown sound. Just little things like that make working with just working in general difficult. I just have a few difficulties in the workplace. But yeah, next question. God, it's already been 4 minutes and I've only really looked at one question. The next card says, what is your go-to hangover cure? And honestly, it's such a stupid thing. There is no real cure for hangover. You're just dehydrated. So drink water. Just try to sleep. I don't drink excessively anymore, so I don't need to worry about this. I feel like this deck is probably made for younger people, although I'm not exactly old, but the only real hangover cure is just sleep. Like maybe a Panadol or something. Or if you're a Nurofen person, I don't know. I just realized why there was like several packs of icebreaker type cards, question cards, and these were the cheaper ones, and I'm thinking, well, they're just questions. And I'm thinking these are just really terrible, but I'm gonna do them anyway. Which one could you not live without? Coffee in the morning or alcohol in the evening? Again, not everyone's life is centered around alcohol. Mine might have been in my early 20s just because I was rebelling and just trying to prove to the people around me that I'm cool or something, or like really, it was so stupid. But obviously, I could easily live without alcohol in the evening because I don't touch this stuff. I might, you know, grab a beer or a gin and tonic or something, just like one on like a nice day to just sit out and relax with. But I'm not an excessive drinker. Like, I rarely find the need to, so that was easy. What sounds help you relax the most? Obviously, binaurals. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, um, but they're made for relaxing. I hope that's not getting in the way of the camera, honestly. I'm not going to edit because I can't be bothered. So there are specific binaural beats that are made to help your brain relax. There's, yeah, you can, the ones on YouTube, it says they're not particularly useful because the format's not good, so you could probably find some on Spotify, maybe, or you can just simply look up binaural. I'm going to spell it Binaural, beats. You can just look it up on Google and you'll probably find some free ones, or maybe if you're using your phone, you can probably find apps. So they're really good. Yeah. All right. If you won the lottery and had to spend it all tomorrow, what would you spend it on? Well, obviously a house. I can buy a house here in Ormond. I'd want to buy. See, I'm not sure if I want to preserve like an actual nice house that actually has decorations and. Oh God, I'm so bad at words today. But they're better than just like a square slab of concrete. Like, I don't want a house that looks like someone's just played Minecraft and just gone, all right, let's 3D print that. I want one of the, I don't know. Yeah, I just want a nice enough house, nice enough area, close enough to some amenities and shops and stuff like that. That's it, really. I think after you've bought the house, there's nothing else left. So maybe I wouldn't buy such a big house. Maybe I'd buy a small unit just so I have some money left over. Well, actually, you have to spend it all in one day. Yeah, I guess house it is then. Okay, what is your biggest missed opportunity? Dead air, no. I feel like I've attempted all the opportunities that have come for me type thing. Um, It would have been nice to maybe attempt to heal some past relationships rather than just going, no, I want to try something else. Like, it would have been nice to actually work through some problems because, in the end, people are the same. Like, you're going to have problems with any person, really. So, it doesn't really matter who you end up with, as long as they don't make you really upset or like abuse you or something like that. Yeah. I can't really think of any other opportunity type things because I've tried a lot in my life and I'm quite grateful for that. So yeah, really no. I think I might. We'll see. I've done a few questions, maybe two more. How would you describe your group of school friends? Well, I don't go to school anymore, so okay, this is clearly made for alcohol, school age, university, college. I guess you could call that. Well, it's still school, isn't it? Well, okay, let's go back to my last place of formal education. I don't really have a lot to do with the people that were in that class, but it was a wide range of people. Like, we had a nurse, there was like maybe some former addicts, um, there was a remedial therapist, um, so a lot of people from a variety of different backgrounds that had all very LGBT diverse type, culturally diverse. Um, so we've all experienced some form of trauma. Well, obviously everyone has, but people gain different things from it. Like, some people, when they experience trauma, they become just bullies. But a lot of us become helpers and we just want to help others so that they don't have to suffer alone, I guess. But I guess when you're in that headspace at teenage years or early 20s years, like, a lot of the time you do develop this sort of ego or this, oh, I can sort it out on my own. And but I guess, yeah, you realize that actually help is good. Help is useful. Like, therapists can help you uh, make sense of the thoughts that might be doing harm and like try to help you. This app is just closed. Yeah, help you just find better ways to manage your life, basically. But yeah, it was just a wide mix. Mostly extroverts. There might have been one or two. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like everyone else in the class was an extrovert because we did the Myers-Briggs test, and like, I don't remember anyone saying that they were also an introvert. Which, yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, just gonna say mixed bag for that one. Most of them nice. Yeah, I guess they were all pretty nice people. They all had like huge empathy. They're not the type. I mean, I wouldn't hang out with all of them, obviously, because some of their personalities are a bit too much for me. But overall, they're just nice, empathetic people that are just. They all have their coolness about them. Like, all of them had something really interesting, I guess. All right. Coming up to the 15-minute mark, it's probably going to be a bit longer, but this is the final question I will answer because these are really stupid, but I'm probably going to go through the whole pack eventually. The worst thing I have ever found in a takeaway is, and I'm assuming that's like takeaway food, just like bits of plastic, tiny little, like tiny, like say when food comes in the plastic bags, the commercial big plastic bag things. Just tiny bits of that. I mean, hair. I don't know if it's mine or other people's because it was brown or blacky brown, whatever you want to call it. Nothing really bad. Just standard little things. I mean, I've gotten wrong orders before. Like, yeah, just anytime it smells a bit suspicious, like seafoody, like prawny or something, I'll ask Charlie or whoever's around me to try it. Just like, hey, I know I ordered this, but I'm like, because when I do eat like seafood, like fish sauce or prawns or anything like that, comes, well, it's not always straight out. Sometimes it's just like really painful and really gassy for a long time before the implosion happens. And like people just laugh or tell me I'll just get over it. I'm just like, no, I don't want to be uncomfortable for hours and be in so much pain, and just, I'd rather just avoid it. But yeah, those were, let's see how many questions we got through. So that was a pass card, rule card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8 questions and I sort of went on tangents. So yeah, that's a little insight into me. I may or may not continue, might make this a series, but I crack on and I go into weird little tangents, and I don't like doing that because I don't like talking. That's just, yeah. Yet I'm making a video about it. I've made so many videos because I just feel like I need to get this out. But yeah, hopefully you learned something about me or the way my brain works. Hopefully you've taken away something that you'd like to expand on, maybe. You can like go, hey, I know you talked about this question, but I'd really like more information about this. That's an example of how you can talk to me. Or you can find your own icebreaker cards. When times are desperate and you really want to hear my voice for some reason, just buy these. You can buy them online. You could probably buy them at a toy store, a hobby store maybe. I don't know. It's easier online because you can just literally just search it and click go, yes. Or when I'm not with you, you can just think of questions. What would you like to know about me? Because yes, the ball is in your court. If you are the person that enjoys conversation, unfortunately, it's up to you to make it happen. Because I don't care for conversation. I don't want it. I don't seek it. 90% of the time, I'm happier on my own. For some reason, my phone hasn't charged. I'm so upset. I'm gonna leave it now. Have a day.